Господа, трехраундовый бой в тяжелом весе. Позвольте представить вам спортсменов. Спортсмен в синем Глурыча. Ему 23 года. Вес 113,5 килограммов. Рост 195 сантиметров. Профессиональный рекорд. 5 побед, всего одно поражение. Он победитель Гран-при городов воинской славы. Представляет клуб «Спарта», город Череповец. Приветствуйте, Антон Vyazigin! И его соперник в красном углу, ему 26 лет. Вес 123,3 килограмма. Рост 187 сантиметров. Профессиональный рекорд. В 5 боях 5 побед. Он мастер спорта по рукопашному бою. Представляет бойцовский клуб «Олимп» из Курска. Аплодисменты! Даниил Арепьев!
Red corner, blue corner, center of the right. You both know the rules. Listen to my command. Protect yourself all the time. Make it a good match. Shake hands. Step back to your corner.
Рефери Марко Брукс, королевство Нидерланд.
Judge. Time ready. Fight is ready. Fight!
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, our second fight on the preliminary portion of the card. In the blue corner, Anton Vyazigin, and in the red corner, Daniil Arepyev.
Oh, the lighter man moves in first, goes for the clinch.
They come out swinging there. Close it out.
Arepyev seemed to come in really cool and calm and didn't look nervous at all. I mean, he has got a 5-0 record, so he'll have a little bit of confidence about himself. But he just looked as if he was ready for it. Gets turned easy there by Vyazigin.
Well, you can tell with the way he started the fight. He knows he's a finisher. He's finished the majority of his fights. Actually, four of his 5 fights ended by knockout, and the other one was by submission. So he's never been the distance. He's aware of his capabilities, and he has no interest in wasting time here.
That's got to be a confidence boost, having 4 knockouts out of 5 fights. You know, that's a good 95% average or something. That's just crazy. He goes for the takedown. Oh, he went for the takedown and fell face forward.
Well, I remember Vyazigin from a Fight Nights event actually last year, where he was actually in a similar position as this, and the referee was far too late in stopping the fight. It was an absolutely vicious knockout. Since then, he's managed to compile a 2-fight win streak, which gave him an opportunity under the M-1 banner.
Well, he's now in half guard, going for the cross face. We spoke about the cross face in the first fight. You need to get the forearm across the face, across the jawline. And the harder somebody holds you down, the more pain you apply to your own face. You're quite happy to pummel the body. Vyazigin needs to work that cross face. Arepyev is just too big, strong. He can hold you down if he wants to. Well, he's working the cross face across the throat, the front of the throat. The grip is now gone.
His corner is asking him to keep working, make sure the referee doesn't stand him up.
Trying to work for the Kimura. Arepyev, I don't know if you can see from your angle, but he gets back to his feet. He tried to go for the Kimura. Nice takedown. Passes the side now. This is a better position. He was in half guard earlier. He's now in side control.
Arepyev is in a bad way right now. Doesn't seem to have much of a clue about what to do in this position either.
Yeah, nice ground and pound. He's going for the key lock. Missed the arm. Yeah, you can see Arepyev on his back. He's like, you can see the position now. Now he's working with the underhook. He needs to escape from the underhook, but he's allowed him to mount. It was too slow. You can underhook and escape from that position, but once you've got the underhook, you have to apply it. You have to go for it.
This is getting worse and worse.
Oh, covering the face. Well, it was a last-ditch attempt, I think, there. Vyazigin is quite good at what he's doing in the sense that he's not rushing things. He hasn't got excited when he got on the mount. A lot of people get excited and they get reversed. He's still controlling the position of the fight. He's using the crossface, as we said earlier. That keeps you opponent down.
Landing some solid
big
shots
hammer
right
fists.
You can tell Arepyev does not like them
The
at
amount
all.
of escapes are terrible. They're not really there. It's not something he's drilled.
I'm getting a case of deja vu here. His last loss was something very similar. He took an extreme amount of damage on the ground. I'm not quite sure someone should be taking this many
Unanswered
dangerous
shots, yeah.
finishes this early in their career, to be honest.
Well, he needs to cross face again. There's the grip we talked about. Trying to slide the hand across. There we go.
It's quite a simple tactic.
It's very simple. You control someone's head, you control the rest of the body. And by controlling the head down and they're trying to pull you onto it, they apply pain on the face off the crossface.
And more hammer fists being rained down right now.
The best thing I think Arepyev can do is turn his back and get out of trouble. You know, it's not the best thing to do, but if you know how to defend, we've got 10 seconds left. I'm so excited of the fight, I didn't even see what time it was. I think he's going to be saved by the bell. I was saying turning your back is not the best defense, but if you know how to escape from your back, it's better than taking punishment like that. Because when he stands up now, you just wonder is his head clear after taking big shots like that? Will he come into the second round so nervous to be taken down again? His fight game is all out the window. His fight plan is gone.
You make great points there, Ian. You can see him right now in his corner. Well, actually, you can't see him on camera, ladies and gentlemen, but he's in his corner right now on the ground, taking deep breaths. Each of his breaths, very deep right now. His corner huddling beside him, giving him advice.
There's Vyazigin in the top position.
And he was just
this is that
relentless.
easy trip, backward trip, down to the canvas. Arepyev not really sure what to do on the ground in bottom position. He may be good on top position, we haven't seen him there yet.
And he simply allowed his opponent to
Definitely
pass.
didn't know how to dismount an opponent.
Exactly. In order to dismount him, he just let him pass into side control into full mount as if it was nothing.
Red corner.
Vyazigin already at the center, ready to go.
Round 2.
Well, he has to be careful of the power shots, Arepyev. Arepyev still has big power in those hands. He's a big guy. Oh, got tagged on the back of the head as he went in.
Well, that was a bit of a reckless shot from a distance there. You'd want him to set it up a little bit more.
Well, he's got where he wants to be, and that's on the ground. It worked anyhow. Sloppy, but he got there. He's caught in the guillotine, but there's no trouble. And as I say that, he pulls his head out. Well, let's see what his guard's like. In the practical terms of jiu-jitsu, you've got more submissions from this position. So let's see if he can use them.
He seems to be landing more punches than we regularly see someone from guard do.
Vyazigin needs to posture. He's taking punishment, albeit just short shots, but he needs to posture.
Vyazigin is keeping his head down on the chest, which is not allowing him to throw proper punches. And at the same time, he has his hands up by his ears as a form of defense. I'm not quite sure how this is a very effective position for him to be in right now.
It's not the best position as in ground and pound with his head down. Nothing wrong with putting your head down and throwing a few shots, but the power shots need to be from a postured position, which is head off the chest, back straight. There's a triangle attempt. Vyazigin seeing it, past the side control. Now Arepyev is in big trouble. We know he can't escape very well from side and definitely not from mount.
And this is much more Vyazigin's world as well, because he's already more active from these positions. sticking close to his opponent, not leaving any openings
There's a
for
slide for the mount.
reversals.
Oh, well spotted there. Arepyev put him into half guard. The half guard's still a great position for ground and pound. But again, he needs to posture a little bit. Cross face with the left arm, that keeps his opponent flat. You posture your body up and then throw big shots with your right. There's the cross face. He needs to posture now. There we go, a little bit better. Big shot over the top coming.
Левой рукой на правый бок изворачивайся. Работай, Данил, он не будет еще делать. Данил, работай. Выходи на спину. Левая рука под мышку.
We know these are heavyweights, we know they're both big guys. And big guys tire quickly. They tire a lot quicker than the smaller guys.
They certainly do, and it does not always lead to the most entertaining fights.
But this is just total domination from Vyazigin.
Certainly is. Not much of a difference in their professional records, ladies and gentlemen, so it's not as if it's a lopsided matchup.
Yeah, 5-1 and 5-0.
Exactly. But this is the exact position that Arepyev actually always struggles in. Off his back is exactly how he lost his first fight. He's en route to losing the second one, barring any momentum shifts here. We've still got over 90 seconds to go in the second round, and potentially a third round after that.
Again, he tries for the triangle. Nice pass. Vyazigin can spot the submissions pretty well, especially when a big guy like Arepyev is trying to apply them. He's a little bit slow, a little bit sloppy. He's been on his back for 2 solid rounds, so he's got to be tired. He's the one taking the punishment. We can see Vyazigin is tired also, but he's still moving. And I'd rather be the one giving the shots than the one taking the shots. And there's he's mounted again with under 1 minute left to go. Now what I would do now if I was Vyazigin, whatever energy I've got left, posture up and throw down some big shots until the referee steps in. We've seen in the first round he was cool, calm and collected and didn't rush anything, didn't waste any shots. But there's a difference here. Arepyev is absolutely shattered, he's tired. He needs to push that head back.
You can see the look on his face, says it all really at this point. So get me out of here, get me up off this ground.
Well, it looks like he's going to be saved by the bell again with 13 seconds left.
But he'll be in a 2-round deficit at this point.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And to be honest, unless he comes out firing in the third, I think it's going to be a 3-round deficit. Because when the round is so one-sided, or 2 rounds is so one-sided, you guarantee the third is going to be the same. And it's not as if Vyazigin is absolutely exhausted. He's tired, yes, but he's not exhausted to the point where he's going to come out in the third and just lay on his back.
And the next M1 Challenge event, ladies and gentlemen, M1 Challenge 69 will take place July 16th in Ingushetia. M1 will head back to the mountains. And Ian, you've been there multiple times. How's that experience?
It's an unbelievable experience. We're outdoors. There's over 20,000 people coming from different parts of the village, some even coming on horseback. They come on horseback in Ingushetia. They tie the horse up by the tree. Obviously a lot come in cars, but I've seen them come on horseback. They tie the horse at the tree and they watch the event. Outdoors, it's beautiful. People have picnics, people have barbecues there. It's unbelievable. The atmosphere is great. You know, it shows that the Ingushetian people just absolutely love mixed martial arts. But here we are with the third round. These two heavyweights, been a 2-round, one-decided fight really for Vyazigin. There's the strike, and this is the danger that we thought. Arepyev still has the power in his hands.
Well, if he doesn't fire now, he's pretty much never
he's got to go for broke. He's got to go 100%. For broke. He can't allow the clinch to happen. Through the ropes.
Well, that's the first, ladies and gentlemen.
I've seen the ring collapse before, but I've never seen them go through the ropes.
That was quite something. Luckily, no one got hurt through that one.
Well, truly, I mean, here we go with the replay. They drive
right through. And again! What is going on here?
For it to happen twice, it's unbelievable. Once is rare, twice is unbelievable. Well, it just shows what a troop that Arepyev is, because he could have pretended he was injured and had the fight, you know, like cancelled, you know, no contest.
At that point, it had to be.
Oh, beautiful shots. This is the power we talked about. He needs to break from the clinch again. Well, to be honest, Arepyev is hanging out the ring again. I wonder if this is a tactic. When I go to the ropes, yeah, when I go to the ropes, I'm going to hang out because I do not want to go to the ground.
Oh, he's bleeding from his nose. You can see blood dripping. It's an interesting thing. Referee Marko Brosin is not a small person, and for him to struggle with these heavyweights is saying something right there.
Arepyev needs to break free from this clinch. The only chance he has is striking.
And Vyazigin doesn't seem to be very interested in those punches at all at this point. Knows he only has a little over 3 minutes.
No, Arepyev will be happy with this.
But referee Marko Brosin is having none of it. He wants to see action, as does the remainder of the crowd.
Vyazigin needs to be careful. His hands are really low. He's tired. He's breathing heavy. The mouth is open as well. Gets caught with a left hook, but he throws a right hand back of his own. Another big right hand.
They're brawling now.
Swinging for the fences. Nice knee by Arepyev.
That one caught him behind the ear as well. Shots behind the ear aren't moving.
Oh!
He really has.
He needs to break free. He needs to push back. If Arepyev wants this fight, he needs to break free. He can't afford to get in a clinch.
That's what I was saying, that shot behind the ear, while it doesn't look like the movie-like shot, they usually throw off your equilibrium.
Yeah, your equilibrium goes.
There's no action, come on.
Oh, the referee is loving this. He wants to see a slugfest, I think.
Oh, they're throwing now. So sloppy shots in many ways, and that was a sloppy takedown attempt from a distance as well.
To be honest, it's still a danger, I think, if Arepyev's in top position. More so the fact that I think Vyazigin could turn him. Vyazigin has definitely got the better ground game.
And Vyazigin is basically wasting time at this point. So he's already got the first 2 rounds in the bag. His main interest now is to survive this fight.
I love this for Marko Brosin. He realizes, he's looking at the fighters, he's realizing he's just hanging onto his legs. There's no attempt of a takedown. Oh, get caught with the left hook.
That wobbled him slightly. I don't know if he lost his balance there or got wobbled. Oh,
nice sprawl.
Vyazigin not looking very good in this 3rd and final round. Now, if I was Arepyev, I would have stayed standing, but that's actually...
He's got a crucifix. He's got a crucifix. This could stop the fight. The referee is pointing. Go for a Kimura.
He's warning him.
And the elbow needs to be on the floor. He needs to... There, it's down. It's down. He needs to rip that up. His elbow's moving slightly. Needs to keep it to the side of his head. Keep it tight. Keep that shoulder locked.
Vyazigin doesn't look like he's in pain here. It doesn't look like he's struggling.
The arm is bent in a V position. Needs to be more of an L shape, like a 90 degree. Do you know what? He needs to slip on the mount. If I was Arepyev now, I would go to mount position.
Or keep landing strikes from where you are. He's defenseless at this point. You've got 45 seconds to win this fight by stoppage.
He's exhausted.
The best he can hope for is a draw with a 10-8 score in the 3rd round, but you can't rely on something like that for this fight. As much as you can, you should aim for the finish. And here we go with the Kimura attempt again.
The Kimura attempt is there, but it's sloppy. It's not tight. Obviously, the whole point of a Kimura is to break the shoulder, but the shoulder is just too loose.
Well, he's taking a breather at this point.
That's why I said he should have went to the mount. Now he's going for a...
10 seconds to go. If I were him, I'd be just raining down punches at this point.
10 seconds. Well, that is just pure exhaustion. That is just pure exhaustion. The bell's gone. The bell's gone. Well, not a very good tactic, I think, by Arepyev. When somebody is that exhausted, he'd be better off sitting on his stomach. 120 20 kilos or whatever he is, hard for you to breathe, throw down some punches, and it's a lot easier to throw punches from being in a seated position on top, punching downwards, and the referee would have stepped in. He did have a good position in the crucifix, but he didn't utilize it properly.
And even Marco Brusser told him that this is it. He had the stoppage was very close. All he did, he warned Vyazigin to keep fighting, and it was almost there. The finish was very, very close. Had he kept punching, like you said, Ian, instead of going for that sloppy Kimura attempt, we might have been seeing a very different result.
See, the thing is, in training, if you get somebody in a Kimura attempt like that, it's painful, and they will tap. That's in training. But on a fight that you know you've just won 2 rounds, you're not going to tap to that unless your shoulder pops.
Exactly. And even then, some people would go past that. We've seen it happen. We've seen people allow the breaks to go, and they still end up winning the fight.
По итогам 3 раундов в этом поединке единогласным решением судей победу одержал Антон Vyazigin.
Yeah, Vyazigin. We thought it, we guessed it, we watched it. Great fight, just a little bit too late for Arepyev.
It was a good comeback by Arepyev, but just not enough to earn even a draw or to get the stoppage in the end. Too little, too late.